Hey guys, my name is Hannah and I would say, let's have some fun today. So, look what came into my mail. Really excited about that. It came really late, I needed to leave the house and yeah, I decided to play with it now. It's really late now, but I don't have that much time during the week, so I really wanted to do this now with you together. I was so excited about the Odens x Angelica Nyqvist palette, and I decided to get myself the little ghost palette right here. I really want to play with this one. It came in this little protective sheet and the palette is looking exactly the same like the sheet is doing. Those details in here, this really beautiful artwork. I'm so amazed by it. I really want to look at this the whole day. I think it's so stunning. And also the inside is reflecting the outside so perfectly and so beautifully. I'm really amazed by all those colors. And I also really love that you don't have just your cool tones in here or just your warm tones. You have really a mix of both, and I think this is also a beautiful take on Helaween, on a little bit more something else, you know. I really love that concept in this palette overall. I think it's a beautiful and stunning curation overall. And with that purchase I got a little shanky right here. I got a little bed and I think it's so cute. I thought what will I do with this, but it's so cutesy. I really want to hang it up somewhere in my room. I think it's really cute and a nice addition. And you also get a little note from Angelica. It's really cute. I really like it. It's so detailed and it's filled with so much thought and love, you know. I really love that about this collection overall. And because I don't have that much time, I think I really want to do 3 looks with this palette on camera. But like I said, during the week I don't have that much time. Today is Saturday and I just have today and tomorrow to film with this beauty right here in front of the camera at least. I will of course do more looks, maybe on Instagram, maybe also on camera sometimes again with this palette, because I think it's so stunning and I really want to do the most with it. But today I will do 1 look on one eye, the second look on the other eye, and then we will see each other tomorrow again for the 3rd and final look. And this look I will actually wear out the whole day, so really excited about that. So today it will be 2 looks. It's not my usual thing to do 1 look on one eye and the other look on the other eye, but I really want to test this one out today with you together so bad. And I know if I don't do that today, I won't get my 3 looks out as soon as possible, and I really want to share my thoughts as soon as possible with you together about this beautiful palette right here. So without further ado, let's get right into the video and let's get started with the first look. So like always, I'm using my eye primer from NYX, and I already had today on some eyeshadows from Natasha Denona, and I really tried to get rid of it as good as possible. And I also have already on mascara, so I will see if I will do mascara today again, because there's so much left on my lashes, like you can probably tell. So we will see about that. But now let's come to the first look. I'm so excited, guys. I think really for my 3rd and final look, I really want to save me those really warm type of shades. I have an idea to mix them maybe with the yellow, so I really want to leave that for tomorrow, to be honest. But we will see. Maybe I will incorporate some of them in my look today as well. So I think let's start with the more bluish kind of look for the first look. And the shade that's really screaming my name right now is the shade Haunted right here. It's this beautiful bluish, grayish type of shade. I think it's so beautiful and unique. And with a more bigger, fluffier blending kind of brush that's a little bit more on the denser side, I will go into the shade Haunted first. Oh, it's looking so beautiful. I really love that color right here. I think it's a beautiful tone. And I will start to work this one directly into my crease, but I start with light tapping motions And after that I start to swirl this color a little bit more around. Oh, this color is so beautiful. This is right up my alley. It's reminding me a little bit of my Dior Velvet palette that I have, the blue one. This color is reminding me a little bit of a color of that palette actually. And maybe that's because I like it so much, because I love those types of blue especially. I think they're so beautiful and so flattering. And I have to say, right off the bat, it's blending like a dream. I don't have the feeling right now that I'm struggling, and it's blending really... Ooh, what I'm doing, guys. You see, I'm so used to do both eyes. Ah! Oh man, I will clean up now, because then I can concentrate. You know, I can't concentrate like that. I feel that it's late. I will clean up this side and then we will be right back with the first look on this side. Ugh, okay guys, my eye's not thanking me right now. I have the feeling it's getting red. Let's move on. Now I think, what I want to do now? I don't know, I think to go to the dark blue maybe. This one right here. Let's do that with the same brush again. I will go into this beautiful, it's a really strong kind of blue. Really excited about that as well. I need to be a little bit careful. I love the sweater I'm wearing right now. It's from Mononoke and Levi. It was a collaboration, so I don't want to get something on my beautiful sweater, and it's light. It's so light and I'm so clumsy, so I don't know what came to my mind that I'm wearing this sweater right now, but I love the challenge, it seems. Oh, this dark blue is also really stunning. I love it. Oh yeah. And as well, it's blending really beautifully. I don't have the feeling that I need to blend much, that I have to struggle much. It's really blending beautifully into the skin. Really love it. Now with the smaller blending brush, I will actually go into the shade Cobweb. This one right here. It's a more shimmery type of shade, but I have the feeling it's a little bit more like a satiny, glittery kind of shade, if you know what I mean. I have the feeling at least, so let's see. And this shade I will put on my eyebrow area on a smaller blending brush, and I will blend everything a little bit better out underneath with this shade. Let's do with the same brush, go into the shade Skeleton as well. And this one I will also use a little bit more as a blending type of shade. A little bit over my crease area. And I'm blending a little bit more out. Everything is blended out really nicely and so well. But I want to give it a little bit more of a blending touch to it, you know. Okay, now with the even more smaller kind of blending brush, I will go now into the shade Ghoulish, this one right here. Oh, the imprints, guys, they're also so beautiful and cute. And with this one, I will go into my inner corner. And I also work it up into the front portion of my lid area. I need to build this one up a little bit more, but it's just because it's so light. So it's really normal actually. I love this shade as well. It's pastel-y, but it's not too pastel-y, if you know what I mean. It's a little bit, it has a beautiful undertone. There's something I really like about this shade. So now I will go first, let's go now to the shimmers. And I think first I will go into the shade Creepy, this little bit more darker kind of blue. Take it on my finger. Oh, it's looking really sparkly, metallic and beautiful. Excited to put this one on my eyeball. And right where the dark blue is ending, basically in the middle portion, I will put this shimmery dark blue down. And now for a little bit more variety, I think I will go into the shade Boo now. This one right here. It's a little bit more on the rosy pinkish kind of side. Okay, it's a little bit more sheer, so let's see. And this one I want to put at the front portion, at my lid area. Oh yeah, it's more like a topper, I have the feeling. It's really beautiful. Let's put this one on a brush. I will test this one out on a brush. Taking a packing kind of brush. And again into the shade Boo. And now I will try to put this one again at the front portion. Yeah, now I digged a little bit more in. Because sometimes Oden's Eye, I really like their formulation, don't get me wrong. But sometimes they have some shades in the palettes that are a little bit more hard pressed in there. And I have the feeling I have always to dig a little bit more into them with my brush. And when I'm digging too much into them with my finger, I always have the feeling that they are getting hard pan. So there I have to be a little bit more careful sometimes. But once you get it on your eye, I think they are beautiful and stunning. Okay, now with the same packing brush, I will go into the shade Haunted House again. I think before I said just Haunted, but it's Haunted House actually. I will go again into this beautiful dark blue right here. It's so pigmented, guys. Really, really stunning. And I will put this one at the outer corner of my lower lash line. Really just try to focus it there. Also connecting it to my upper lid area. Just a little bit. Oh, I really like that dark blue as well, guys. I think it's a beautiful dark blue. I love the tone of it. Really, really much. Now with the same packing brush, I will go into the shade Creepy again. This shimmery type of blue. And this one I will focus again mostly at the middle portion of my lower lash line. And now with a small blending brush again from Katie Huygens, it's the number 17 from Spectrum and Katie Huygens. I will go again into the shade Haunted. Just a little bit. This blue is also so beautiful. And I will smudge everything a little bit better together with this shade on my lower lash line. And now with the same packing brush, I will go this time into the shade Zombie. Oh, it's a beautiful lilac key type of shade. And a really bright type of shade, I have the feeling. So it's fitting the vibe. And I will put this one at the front portion of my lower lash line. I think here I have a little bit more of an opaque base to play with. Oh yeah, I really like that. It's a nice shade. And now with a lip type of brush, I will go again just a little bit into the shade Ghoulish, this beautiful light blue. And I will go again into my inner corner with it, just to make it again a little bit stronger. Because I have the feeling it got a little bit lost. Oh, no. You see what I wanted to do there? Not good. Okay, guys, and here's the first finished look. I think I need to do lip. I just forgot that. Because normally I do the lip on the end of the video. But let's do a lip I will also have for my second look. Something a little bit more on the cooler side, maybe. Let me see what I have there. Maybe I will go with the shade Lady Stardust from Pat Mcgrath. This is a Blitz Trans lipstick. I really love that shade. It's so versatile. And it's a little bit more on the cooler side. And I have the feeling it will suit both looks really nicely. Yeah, I really like that. I think it's a good shade to match both looks that I want to do today. But yeah, guys, here's the first finished look. What do you think? I think it's really, really beautiful, really glittery, sparkly and stunning. I love how magical this side is looking right now and how blue it actually is. And I love the deepness of the blue, especially at the outer portion. So really impressed by the first look. And let's see what we can do with the second look. So let's do this one as well right now. So again, because I needed to clean up my lid, because I'm sometimes a little bit of a dum-dum, I need to put primer on again, just a little bit, like always. So like I said, because I wanna play tomorrow with the more warmer tones and the yellow one, really excited about that. I think now I will do for my second look as well something a little bit more on the cool side. And I think I will start to play with the lilac-y shades now. I will start with the darkest shade in here. It's called Little Ghost. So beautiful, also with little bats in it. It's so cute. I will start to put this one on a more denser, fluffy kind of blending brush. I love my little Melt brushes. They are so stunning. If Melt ever brings out again a collaboration with brushes, I think their brushes are really stunning. I like to use them. They're so soft and beautiful. And I will start to pack this shade at my outer corner. And when I have the feeling the most is off my brush, I will start to swirl it a little bit around. Also going a little bit outwards, like a little wing you could say. But it's really just a messy type of little wing. I like that shade. I saw some videos by now and some had a little bit of a problem with this deeper kind of purple shade. But right now it's not giving me a problem, I have to say. It's not patchy and it's really, really nice. It's blending out really beautifully. So in the moment I don't really see a problem with this shade. And I'm really happy about that. Now with the same brush I will go a little bit into the shade Licorice now, I think it's called. I'm not sure. This one right here. It's a really darkened kind of purple shade, I have the feeling. On the same brush, but really just a little bit, not too much. And I will start to pat this one as well at the outer portion of my lid area, just to deepen it even more up. But this time I don't go too high upwards with this dark shade. I try really just to stay at the... I focus this shade really just at the outer portion of my lid area this time. And now with a smaller blending brush I will go lightly into the shade Candy Corn right here. This beautiful light orangey type of shade. Just a little bit really. And blend the edges a little bit more out with this shade. And now I really want to try this shade Magical out right here. I think the shade Scratch I will save for my last look tomorrow, but I also really want to play on a larger surface with this shade as well, Magical. It's really shifty and beautiful it seems. So let's put this one on my finger. It's also this kind of shade. It's a little bit harder pressed, I have the feeling. So after my finger maybe I will also go in again with a brush. So let's see. But this one I will put at the whole front portion of my lid area. Let's do this. It has a little bit more base, but I have the feeling to get the opaqueness that I want, I need to go again in with a more packing kind of brush. So let's do this quickly, but the shade itself is really, really beautiful. So again, with the packing kind of brush, I will go into this shade, Magical again. Need to swirl it a little bit more around. And now I will focus it again. Oh yeah. Now it's getting a little bit more shebang, a little bit more wow, a little bit more pow. What I want, you know. Really, really like it. It's again, I think, more of a taupe kind of shade. So if you want more opaqueness, I think you have to swirl a little bit stronger your brush around in this shade. But once you have it again, beautiful. I think at the outer portion I want to do a little bit of this lilac-y, deeper type of shade. This is a shade that's picking up really nice on your finger. It's so stunning. It's a little bit duochromy, I have the feeling as well. And this one I will put like here, where both shades are meeting. The deep purple kind of shade and the pink kind of shade. And a little bit over both, so that they are smooched a little bit better together. Oh yeah, I like that. It's nice. Now with a fluffy blending brush, I will go again into the shade Skeleton, like I did with the first look, but this time with a bigger brush. And again, I will put this one on my brow bone area, just to smooth everything up a little bit more and a little bit better. I think this is the perfect shade to do that with. So now let's focus on the lower lash line, and for the lower lash line I will go again into the shade Little Ghost again. This one right here. And I will focus this one basically all over my lash line. Maybe I will leave out a little bit of the front portion. Now with the same brush I will go again into the shade Candy Corn and smudge it out underneath the shade Little Ghost. Just a little bit. And now again on my packing brush, just a teensy tiny bit of the shade, oh gosh, the name, Licorice, this one right here. Just a little bit, just on the tip of the brush, basically. And just a little bit on the outer corner, just to deepen it a smidge more up. And now with an inner corner brush, I will go again into the shade Magical right here. Swirl it a little bit around. And I will focus it into my inner corner. And now I will mix it with the shade Boo. Just mix them a little bit together. And this mixture right here I will put at the front portion on my lower lash line. Just to give me a little bit of sparkle. Oh, I like that. Also a little bit into my inner corner, because why not? Oh, I really like that combination. And because of that, I think I want to go again into the shade Boo with my finger, just a little bit. This time I will use it as an actual topper. And I will top the shade Magical on my lid portion. A little bit up with the shade. Ooh, do you see the effect that it's giving me? Ooh, I love that. Again, just a little bit with my finger into the shade Boo. And I will just tap it with light tapping motions on my brow bone. And yeah guys, here you have it. Here you have the more bluish kind of side and the more lilac-y pinkish kind of side. I cleaned a little bit up at the outer portion again with my sponge, so that it's a little bit more crispy looking, you know. And yeah, what can I say? I really love the both looks. I think they are both really stunning, beautiful. Here's the first one again. Really beautiful. And here we have the second look. I really like them both. And I'm really excited to mix the more warmer side with a little bit of the cooler tones tomorrow. Really excited about that. But so far so good. Okay guys, let's do the third and final look with the Angelica Nyqvist and Odens eye palette together. I have the Little Ghost one, like you already know. And I really want to play today with the really warm tones and a little bit of the yellow sprinkled in there. So excited about that. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Okay, I think I want to start right away with a bigger, denser, fluffier blending type of brush. And directly with the broomstick color right here, this really nice warmish kind of reddish tone. I think it's looking really beautiful. And I will start to pat this one into the outer corner of my lid area. Oh yeah, I like that color. It's really beautiful. I love those types of shades. After the most of my brush, I start to work it into my crease. And as well a little bit above that. Again, it's blending really nicely out, really fast. I don't have to do that much blending work. I have to say, guys, right now I have the feeling I can't believe that I say that, but in the moment I'm a little bit more impressed with the mattes than with the shimmers. The shimmers, don't get me wrong, are beautiful as well, but I'm really liking right now how the mattes are performing. They are so easy to work with, and this is something I'm appreciating as well. I have the feeling that Oden's Eye as well stepped up their matte game a little bit more. Really liking it. Now again, to blend everything a little bit smoother out underneath, I will go into the shade Candy Corn, this one right here, with the same brush. And I will smooth everything a little bit more out. Make it a little bit softer. And now to the shade I'm really excited about. I'm going now to the shade Scratch right here. I think this is looking so beautiful. Again, with my finger. Oh yeah, I like it right away. It's really pigmented, and I will put it a little bit over the red shade as well, like you could say in the middle portion. Also a little bit to the front portion, but I will leave a little blank space at the front portion for the yellow, so that I can play with this one as well. Oh yeah, I think this is actually my favorite shimmery shade in this palette. It's really beautiful. It has some pink and yellow sparkles in there. It's reflecting really nice. And now with a fluffy blending brush and no additional product on it, I will go again on the edges and smooth everything a little bit out with it. Now with a packing brush, it's a little bit stained from yesterday, but I cleaned it off, I promise. And with this one I will go into the shade Banana Taffy. It's looking really bright and beautiful. Just going in there. And this one I will focus at the front portion that we left. This shade. Oh yeah, really liking it. You have again, pack it a little bit more on if you want the full opacity, but it's working really nicely. Now, because it got a little bit lost, I have the feeling, I will go into the shade Scratch again with my finger. And I will put it between the yellow shade again a little bit. Also just to bring them a little bit more together. Going a little bit into the yellow, but really not too much. And spread it out a little bit better again. And again with a fluffy brush and no additional product on it, I'm blending the yellow just a little bit out on the brow bone area, but not directly where I have packed on the yellow, because then I will lose again the opacity of the shade, you know. Just on the brow bone area so that it's looking smooth again. So now let's come to the lower lash line, and I will go for the lower lash line again into the shade Broomstick right here. And with a smaller, fluffier blending brush, I will put the shade at the outer corner of my lower lash line. And really blending it in. Oh, I love this shade, guys. It's between a brownish, reddish kind of shade. I think it's looking really beautiful. And I also like the depth that I get with this shade. I really don't have the feeling that I need to darken it even more up. I really like it. And again with Candy Corn, I'm blending it a little bit better out. Just at the outer corner again. And now with a stiffer packing brush, I will go into the shade Scratch again. And again focusing it on my lower lash line, but this time I think I will go all the way to the front portion. And with the inner corner type of brush, we will go again back a little bit to the upper lid area. And I will go again into the shade Scratch. And I will put right where the yellowy kind of shade is ending, I will try to put something like a wing with this shade. Just to give something a little bit more interesting. And with my finger I will go just a little teensy bit into the shade Cobweb again. Just a little bit. And I put it at the end of my brow bone area. Just to give me something a little bit more interesting up here. And with the same inner corner brush I will go again into the shade Cobweb. Oop, it was a little bit stained from the red. Need to clean it a little bit better. And let's go again into it. And I will put this one into my inner corner this time actually. Connecting it a little bit as well with my wing that I did here. With my scratch wing. Need to perfect this side a little bit more. I would put it a little bit more inwards. Yeah, like that. Now it's a little bit more even, I have the feeling. And maybe do the line as well a little bit thicker on this side. Yeah, perfect. Okay guys, I will do my lashes and my lips and then we will be right back with the finished result. But I'm really liking it, I have to say. So let's do this and then we will be right back with the zoomed out version. And yeah guys, here's the look all zoomed out. For my lashes I used my Pat Mcgrath L2 Fetish eye mascara in extreme black. And for my lips I used my Frozen 2 Little Snow Cream lipstick with Colourpop. I think it's matching really nice together. And yeah, I really like the third look. I think it's actually my favorite one of the three I did with this palette until now. Yeah, what can I say? I like this palette. I like the artwork on the front portion. I like everything about it. I think you really can see a vision in this palette. It's really giving me the opportunity to be more creative, to have a more creative mindset. And I really like the color story overall. The only negative I have to say, it's not really that negative of a point, but it could be something that is bothering for some people, and I personally I'm liking it more the other way around, I have to say. Some of the shimmers, like I said before, are a little bit more hard pressed in, like Boo, Magical as well. I think those two are a little bit more hard pressed in and you need to dig a little bit more in them to get the color payoff that you want. Even though they are maybe supposed to be toppers, it's a little bit harder. But that being said, the shade Boo is so beautiful. I really love it. I think it's a beautiful and stunning color. It's so glittery, you can see it from the moon and back. And yeah, overall I really like it. Other than that, I can't say anything negative about it. I don't want to say any negative about it because I think it's beautiful. It's not just in this palette with the hard pan. It's not a hard pan, sorry. I need to use different wording. It's not a hard pan. It's a little bit more hard pressed in the pan. It's not just this palette. It's also in other palettes from Odens that I noticed this. And it's something some people don't really mind. But I really like it when it's a little bit more loose, not too loose, but in that way that you really have the feeling you can pick up very much with your finger, because I'm someone who likes to use the finger for picking up shimmery shades. So yeah, that's just something to notice. But all in all, like I said, I really love this color story. I really love the palette overall. It's not the last time I will use it, of course, because I'm very impressed with it. Really love it again. Great quality. Especially, guys, especially the mattes, I have to say. They are so beautiful. And the other palette I have from Odens that could be similar, but it's in fact not. It's the Christmas palette from last year. Let me show it. I think you really can see that it's much more cooler toned, and this is much more of an warmer-ish, cool-ish type of shades, but all in all they are very different. really different. Even the dark blues in here are not that similar at all, I have to say. So yeah, that's that, so that you have a little bit of a comparison if you already have this palette. I don't think you are doing something wrong getting this one as well, because I think they're different enough. And yeah guys, with that being said, I hope you liked this video. If so, I would be really happy if you give me a thumbs up, that I know that. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click on the little bell to get notifications here and there when I'm posting something new. And with that being said, I hope we will see each other in my next video, guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you had fun and got a little bit inspiration, at least from the looks that I did today with you together, or you want this palette and this is making your decision a little bit easier. So hope I could help in that way, a little bit at least, and I hope we will see each other in my next video. Until then guys, bye.